Hi, Girlinos. This is going to be my updated tour schedule. I'm on tour. Come see me live. June 5th, I'm in Hartford, Connecticut. June 11th, Syracuse, New York. June 12th, Albany, New York. June 7th and 8th, messed that up. I'm in Hoboken, New Jersey. June 18th, I'm in Chicago, Illinois. June 20th through 21st, I'm in Denver, Colorado. June 26th to the 28th, I'm in Buffalo, New York. July 25th to the 26th, I'm in Nashville, Tennessee. August 29th to the 31st, I'm in Seattle, Washington. And November 14th and 15th, I'm in Richmond, Virginia. Tickets available now on my punch-up link on my bio on my Instagram and TikTok.
If I was a girl, I'd run the city, kissing boys in the street, hiking up my mini. Back in high school, would have been the girl to beat. Football player's number on my cheek, cheating on him with his best friend Pete. Small town moms calling me fast, but I rode him slow in the backseat. It would have been a blast, feeling girly and Shirley. You know all of this is made up, cause I'm just a gay guy who's a little high, feeling a little girly, feeling a little girly.
Welcome to Feelin Girlie. I'm your host, Dylan Carlino. Hi, girls. Hi, Girlinos. I'm Dylan. Welcome to Feelin Girlie. We're having a great time. We're talking about stand-up right now. Josh and Ariel are here as per usual. But we were just talking about the concept of feeling lazy because although we all do so much work, it's so hard not to feel like you should be doing more, you know? No, but we were talking about stand-up a lot because Josh and I both are doing so much online stuff that we feel like we aren't writing new stand-up. And if you don't know anything about stand-up comedy, basically the worst thing that could ever happen to you is that you don't have new material. It is, though. It sucks. And I'm at a point right now, just because I've been going on the road like every single weekend for the past 2 months, that like all of the stuff that I was working on, it's probably like a good 15-minute chunk, is all now, because I've been doing it on the road and tagging it up, is all done. So it's not like exciting anymore. It's exciting to like tell a whole group of people who've never heard it your jokes again, but it's not like that same feeling of like, oh, I have a new joke. But yeah, Josh, you were saying you feel lazy.
Yeah, I just can't get. I mean, there's just so much that I do constantly that it's funny if I don't do one thing. I'll do 25 things in a day, and then I don't make time for the one thing.
And he like can't take a day off.
I can't take a day off. I feel guilty if I do.
I know. I feel guilty too. I'm also not gonna be someone who's gonna be like, this job is actually hard.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like that's
yes.
the other thing. Like it's not hard. It's not like this. Like this is like the best job in the entire world, and like we're definitely not complaining because we were in Dallas this past weekend, and I was like, me and Kat were complaining, and then I looked at her and go, but we do have a dream life. You know, like where I've been having this thing recently because I'm like, oh wait, no, I'm now a professional comedian. Like that's. It's because it's like I've been doing comedy for 10 years, but I've always had a day job attached to it, and being like my day job, because I heard Elizabeth Gilbert say this, and she wrote Eat, Pray, Love, and if you've never listened to anything Elizabeth Gilbert says, also if you want to know what I believe in God and things like that, listen to 5 minutes of Elizabeth Gilbert talk, and that's what I believe. I really love her, but she was saying how I actually forgot. I forgot exactly what I was saying before that, right before that Elizabeth Gilbert thing.
We were talking about like feeling guilty about not doing something.
No, it was after that.
You were on the road.
Oh, you know,
I was on the road.
It's a dream life.
It is a dream life. Isn't that the worst thing in the entire world? That's not fair. That like you can have such an incredible. What I was about to say was going to be so good, and that's what's not fair about life is that like your brain just works against you constantly, or sometimes it works for you. But you know we do have a. It's so annoying. I'm like pissed now. We just started the podcast and I'm immediately pissed because I had a good thought and I was gonna do a whole thing on it and now it's over. But now we have to just move on, I guess. Well, we were on the road and it really was really, really nice. I remember what she said. Incredible. And you're welcome. Oh, girls, you're welcome. It's so in that having a day job, I think so many artists, which comedians hate when we use the word artist. It's really like, it's not like a word. I'm not like, I'm an artist. I'm just a comic. But artists feel this way a lot where it's like, sometimes when you have a day job, you feel like, oh, am I not truly what I really am? Like I've been doing comedy for 10 years, but I was like a waitress for, those 10 years as well. But you have to like reframe it in your mind that like that day job is like the thing that allows you to do your art. So it's like by the end of it, I was like really trying to be like really spiritual about like my day job and being like, I'm so grateful that I even have this job because it like really gives me the ability to do it. And so now it feels like a completely 180 where it's like everything is comedy, which is like so exciting, but also scary.
Yeah, because there becomes like a pressure.
Yeah, now it's on. Now it's my full-time job.
Yeah, people have expectations.
Yeah, so I would keep having this thing where I'm like on the road, I'm trying to really be like, how cool is it that you're actually a professional comedian? Because here's the thing, girls. It's very hard to become a full-time professional comedian. Like it's like insane. And I have this thing, I saw this on TikTok. It's so embarrassing to admit. But like this quote was like, I could never celebrate my achievements because to me they were requirements. And I feel very much that right now with my career being like, people are like, it's so crazy what's going on for you. And I'm like, yeah, but this is also what I had to do. It wasn't like something that like, oh, just, yeah, isn't it amazing that it happened? It's like, no. This was like, you had to do it. There's no way around it. And so I'm trying to be more grateful for all of that kind of stuff, but it's hard. And people don't like when you're ungrateful. I wouldn't say I'm ungrateful, but I wouldn't say that I'm actively grateful.
I think what happens a lot of times is comedians can come off as like, or like podcasters or vloggers or whatever. They come off as tone deaf because they're not expressing what they're feeling in the right context. It's like, because like you were talking about earlier, you're doing like 8 podcasts in the next 3 days.
Yeah.
And it's like,
here's the thing. You might listen to this. I also have another podcast and they both have Patreons. I release 4 hours of podcasts every single week, which is not hard. It's just draining.
It's draining and it's a different type of, it's like being forced to be creative, which isn't how creativity necessarily works.
The minute you try to force me to be creative, I'm the most boring person in the entire world, which is why this podcast is really supposed to be more like just authentic and us chilling and us hanging out. Sometimes I'm going to be a little bit tired, and that's okay. Also, the reason I'm really tired is because I'm addicted to melatonin gummies. No, this is not even a joke. I'm addicted to melatonin gummies, and it's the only way I can sleep now at night. I'm weaning myself off them because I don't know if you guys ever take like sleep aid stuff, because here's my problem with sleep. And by the way, nobody cares, but and I'm fully aware of that. I'm not like, oh, you guys, wow, they really want to hear about my sleep schedule. But this is like what I think about every single day, because I can sleep no problem whatsoever. Once I fall asleep, I'm dead asleep. Like my house could burn on fire, I would die in it. Genuinely, I wouldn't wake up until the flames were melting my skin off. Like that's how deep I sleep. But falling asleep, turning my brain off, that can take hours. So I started taking these melatonin gummies. And of course, because I'm an addict, even though it doesn't make you feel anything, I started taking like more than the prescribed amount. You know what I mean? They're like, take 2 if you have a really hard time. I was taking 3. And then I'd be like, and like literally gone. And then, but I wake up in the morning and like, it's genuinely like I'm being born for the first time, the way my eyes open up. Like I'm like, and I cannot get out of bed. And then even now, I've been up for 2.5 hours and I feel like I can still feel it in my eyes. So then I went down to 2 and now I'm down to 1. But my other problem is I was also thinking about this a lot. And I know that by the way, on this podcast, I know that I start sentences and don't finish them. And if you don't like that, you can turn it the fuck off. Okay? I'll tell you that right now. Because this is a solo pod, basically, where I just rant the entire time. Or not really rant. We're hanging out. But I am such a night owl, and I stay up. Like last night, I didn't go to bed till 2 o'clock in the morning. Now, there's another reason I didn't go to bed till 2 o'clock in the morning, which we will talk about on the Patreon, okay? Because I'm not sharing that on the free stuff.
Patreon.com/Feelin Girlie.
/Feelin Girlie, you fucking bitch, okay? Because that's where you're going to get the real stuff. But I have such a thing about if I don't wake up by like 8 a.m. that I'm lazy. That like if I wake up at 10, I'm like, you lazy piece of shit. What a loser that you get up at 10 a.m. What kind of drug addict are you that you wake up at 10 a.m. It's like, Dylan, you didn't even get home from your shows until like 12:30, 1 o'clock. You know what I mean? Like, and I like being up. I feel very creative at 1 o'clock in the morning. And it's like my witching hour. It is. But then it's like you still need 8 hours of sleep. But I don't know. I have this weird thing about if I don't wake up early in the morning. So then I go to bed at like 2, and then I would try to wake up at like 8, and then my alarms every single morning. If you ever lived with me, you'd literally hate me. You girls love me. You'd hate me if you lived with me because my alarms start going off because I have 10. I have 10 alarms. I have an alarm clock that plugs into the wall, and then, I used to have 2 alarm clocks that plugged into the wall that would go off at different times. Because I had a job where I waited tables, and I had to wake up at 5:30 in the morning, and I was so afraid of not waking up, so I had those 2 going off, and then I have my phone alarm. I have a specific alarm that I downloaded from the App Store that I pay for that has extra loud alarms. This is how deep I sleep.
Oh my gosh.
And they go off at different times, and it is the most disgusting noise you could ever wake up to in your entire life. And genuinely, every morning starts off as hell. Like I start my days off so poorly because of this, and I have this fear of not waking up. So then my alarms start going off at 8 a.m. Why am I setting an alarm for 8 a.m. when I'm going to bed at 2? I don't know, because of shame. Because of shame of not waking up at 8, and then they go off. I have 10 alarms that go off from 8 to like 9:30. So every 10 minutes, I just wake up. And also, these alarms, not only extra loud. Is this the most boring thing you've ever listened to in your entire life?
No, this is psychotic.
Okay,
You're a freak.
So not only do they go off every 10 minutes, you also, to turn the alarms off, you have to do games. So yeah, so not only are they like literally the most unpleasant sound you've ever heard in your entire life, it also makes me do 3 different math equations, or do matching patterns to turn them off. So every single morning I'm waking up and it's like 9 plus 15 plus 3, and I'm like 15 plus 9 is 24 plus 3 is 27, and sometimes I'll do like 29. You misread it and it's like and this is how. And by the way, I don't have a day job. I don't know why I'm convinced I must torture myself every single morning. Isn't this sick?
You don't need to wake up that stressed. That can't be a good way to start your day.
It absolutely is not a good way to start my day. I don't know why I do this to myself. I think it's all shame from my parents being like, Dylan sleeps in, Dylan's lazy. It's all that stuff from childhood that I should probably work out in therapy, but who needs a therapist when I have you girls? I do want to say thank you. I know we're a week ahead of schedule right now, but I just want to say thank you to all the girls that came out in Dallas. It was a time that I would, it was a time. The girls were great. I would, we'll talk about the club later, but, it was really great to meet all of you guys, and it was really fun because Kat, who you guys met last week, was on the road with me, and it was nice. We stayed in a hotel, but like the guys in Dallas were hot. But I ended up, you know what I don't like? I like love having my friend on the road because it like keeps me accountable and like keeps me a human. But then it's like still my lizard brain that's like horny and wants to have sex. I'm like, why is there a fucking girl here? And then I end up staying up on late on Grindr, talking to these random guys, being like, oh, maybe I'm gonna like jerk off with these guys, because I'm just always looking. I'm never looking to like fuck. Because here's something you guys maybe not know. Here's something that I don't think the general public realizes. Butt fucking takes so much work. No, it really does, Josh. It's not like, it's like you guys, that's my jealousy with straight couples, is that they can just like, you guys can be like horny at the club and like really just fucking stick it in each other. Like it really is, it's so much work. You have to be prepped and ready and I don't have to be relaxed, but he has to be relaxed because it's like, tightened and untightened. It really is like not as like, let's go. That's why we're so big on blowing and jerking. We love to blow and jerk and jerk and blow, and we do it all. And so and then sometimes like there are guys, like I have levels to like, how I have like tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4 for my fans. I have that with guys with which kind of sexual acts. Like there are guys who like, I think I would jerk off with, but I wouldn't blow. You know what I mean? Like it's different dynamics. I like different things. There are guys that I would blow that I wouldn't fuck, and there are guys that I would rip up. Those are far and few between. There was one guy in Portland who had like the fattest ass I had ever seen in a ripped body, and I was like, I am down to fuck him. But then ended up being crazy, and I was like, never mind. And not crazy in the way that I say like when straight guys are like, oh, my ex is crazy. I meant like I think he was doing drugs, and I was like, I don't want to deal with that.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So you're a top.
Yes.
So now,
I've never bottomed, but when I have a good body, I'll bottom. When the surgery has happened and I'm absolutely ripped, and I have a fat ass from doing squats that I literally have not even started yet, I can guarantee you my ass will be spread. Oh, is this too dirty for girls? I'm sorry. Yeah.
No.
Okay.
This is like what they like, I feel.
Okay,
like,
I hope so. Some of them are sick little freaks. Yeah.
Yeah. I was getting at, is there ever a guy that you're like, oh, he's so hot that I would bottom for him?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I have my own body insecurity, so I'm just kind of like, and also like, to me now I'm like 31. I've never bottomed, and so now it's kind of like, if I do that, I need it to be someone that I'm dating. I just don't think I can. I think I would feel, because a lot of times after I have sex with guys, because I talk about this on stage all the time, but like, I don't think you guys realize how horny men are, and it's actually, I had this revelation it's a new part of my joke, so I don't want to like talk about it too much, but like every time I see a guy, every single guy I meet, ugly, it doesn't matter, I'm like, he has a dick. Every single time I meet a guy, I'm like, he has a dick. And then I wonder what it looks like. Every single guy. Every single guy. And I was like, oh my God, if I'm thinking about men this much, I go, if straight men are thinking about women as much as I'm thinking about other men, girls, you are not safe. It is way worse than we thought. But it is like, whoa, okay, wait. And it's different with me because it's like male on male. It's like I'm not gonna, I'm not crazy, but yeah, I'm horny all the time. And so then I end up like, and then I do this really sick thing. This is really more, some of this is bad talk, but I get myself so horned up that I end up like making really bad decisions, and which we're going to talk about on the Patreon. But
Patreon.com/feelingirlie.
Patreon.com/feelingirlie. But yeah, I don't know. It was nice to be with Kat, but I was talking to these guys all night, and then I wouldn't sleep well, and then me and Kat would like wake up. Me and Kat actually went for a run while we were in Dallas, but like, then I'm like coming off melatonin and being up at 2:00 in the morning with guys who I was like talking about jerking off with and whatever. It's like all sick, and I really need help. But but no, Dallas was good, I guess. The last day we did have some kind of like witchy thing happen where it's like I went to bed at like 2:00 in the morning, and then I like randomly woke up before my alarms at like 8 a.m. And I was like, the first thought I thought was, that's so weird. I never, like 6 hours in, that's never happened to me where I'm like, oh, I naturally wake up. And I was like, well, I'm going to take it as a sign. I'm going to like actually get up before my alarms. And I get out of bed and I get a phone call from Kat, and I go, oh, why is she calling me at 8 a.m.? Like, me and Kat aren't like, I mean, we are like that, but we don't like talk at 8 a.m. And I was like, something's wrong. And she calls and it hangs up. And so I call her back and I was like, hey, you just called me? And she was like, I need to go to the hospital. And I was like, oh my God. And I was like, so weird that I randomly woke up. She had tripped over her suitcase and split open underneath one of her toes and had a huge gash. Oh. And so I was like, all right, let me go down to the front desk and see if they have any Band-Aids or anything. Front desk at this hotel was, I hate to use this word, but like lobotomized, I'm sure, because literally there's nothing going on. There's one person working the front desk, and I was like, okay, clearly they're understaffed here. And I'm like, hey, do you guys have any like Band-Aids or anything? My friend like just split her foot open, and she's like, no, we have no Band-Aids. I'm like, you have no Band-Aids at the hotel? Not even for sale? Like, what's going on here? And she's like, there's a CVS across the street. I go, I'm not going to CVS across the street. You guys should have a fucking Band-Aid. Anyways, I get to Kat's room, and like I'm like a small town. You keep looking at the sound thing. Is something wrong?
No, I just make Ariel's blowing her nose, so I was making sure we weren't
You're
picking it up.
protecting your girly. Okay,
yeah, I was trying to make sure we weren't picking it up.
Yeah. So I go to Kat's room, and Kat is like an incredible person. She also is somebody who like loves to go to the doctor.
Wait, can I stop that?
Yeah.
I thought you guys shared a room or something.
No, I ended up getting us 2 rooms.
Oh, so why didn't you just get sucked off?
So, because that's a great question. Thanks for asking, Josh. something happens to me where like it's like you do get options, but if I do this thing, this is like not good. You know when you like are looking at different places to eat, no better. You know when you have food. So having food with me is like me having a boner. And then you're looking for a TV show to watch while you eat it, and your food's getting colder and colder as you look. That's it. So me having food is me having a boner. Then I'm checking, I'm like, what show should I watch? I'm talking to like 10 different guys, and I'm kind of figuring out what's everybody's vibe, what's everybody looking to do, like whatever. So then you're like, oh, I have all these options. Whoa, I have all these options. And then slowly you're like, oh, he wants to get fucked. I don't want to do that. Blocked. And then I don't know these men. They're literally strange. If you're like, wow, you block easily. These are strange men looking for random sex from strangers on the internet. I'll block them if I want to. And then you're like, this guy, he wants that. Not into it. Don't want to do that. Okay, this guy really wants to come over and do exactly what I want to do. Now we're chatting. Now it's like he's nervous or I'm nervous. And now we're chatting too much that now by the time it's like you're dwindling. Now you had 10. Now you're down to 3, but after midnight it gets sketchy. You're like, I think he's on drugs, block. And now we only have 2. Now we're both nervous. Now it's 1:30. Which one of us is going to take this 7-mile trek down to the other at 1:30 in the morning? It's just like, and then eventually you're just like, boom, boom, none. And then you're like, I guess I need to come and go to bed, which is like the worst part. And then you do, and you're like, what? Why do I do this to myself? So does that answer your question?
No, wait. So, I feel like it does.
Well,
Why didn't you just share a room with her?
Because I wanted the option of having sex.
Oh, okay, got it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. I can't be acting like this with a girl in the room. That would make me feel sick to my stomach. And so I get to Kat's room, and like me and Kat are very different. Kat grew up like we grew up in different ways, you know what I mean? And so I'm from like a small town where like you fell, you scraped up your leg, you're all fucked up. You know, if you need stitches, if you're still bleeding tomorrow, we'll go to the ER, wrap it up. And immediately Kat's like, we need to go to the ER. I go, let me take a look at it, you know? let me take a quick look. And I go, let's just wrap it up. She goes, no, we have to go to the ER. I go, okay. And she's like, please don't minimize my pain. I'm like, for sure, let's go to the ER. And so then we go to the ER. And I was wrong. She needed 3 stitches. 3 stitches and super glue. Oh. The ER, by the way, you think I'm annoying on this podcast? You should see me at the ER. I am chatting with everybody. I'm like, hey, like every single person that walked in, we're doing jokes, we're having bits. I also love hospitals. That's something about me is I love to be at a hospital. It's like my safe space. Genuinely, I'm like everyone there because they're dealing with people on their worst day ever. So everyone's usually in a bad mood. But when they get someone they can joke with, have a little fun, they're laughing it up. They see bad stuff, so they all can like joke or whatever. Yeah, we literally almost bought sweatshirts from the hospitals because they were so cute. We were like, this is so incredible. And then the doctor, although it does take forever. So we were at the ER for like 4 hours. But the doctor came in and I was like, I watch a lot of Grey's Anatomy. And so if you guys need any help whatsoever. And so then the doctor was like, yeah, can you actually hold her toe back while I stitch it up? Because it's like toes are curved or whatever. It was like her pinky one. So I was like, yeah, she needs assistance. Of course, chica. And so then I was like holding it up and we got a picture. And then all these girls and guys started messaging me being like, we can see your bulge in the pic, hot pic. And I was like, oh my God, you guys are literally sick for my dick. It's crazy. It's crazy when girls message about the bulge pics too. You're like, whoa, you girls are gnarly. But in a fun way. What do we had time-wise?
22.
Oh, that's good. Wait, did you want to talk about Taylor Swift a little bit?
No, I don't. Do you want to?
I kind of want, because you said something about Taylor Swift and Blake Lively. I've been trying my best to avoid it after all the Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni stuff. Yeah. Just because it was like I was like, literally nobody's talking about what happened, and no one from the movie is coming out and saying like this happened.
Yeah. Did she suck him off?
No. Oh yeah, I see. Oh yeah, you did say that. We've ruined that moment earlier. But Josh was like, "Didn't she suck somebody off?" And I was like, "Well, I'm sure she has." And we were like, "Oh damn, we should have recorded that." But no, she like something happened with her and Justin Baldoni. I genuinely like don't trust either one of them, and I don't care enough about Blake Lively to like really do it. But I don't know. I wish Taylor would say something. She never says anything.
She's too like above it to say.
She used to
anything.
be really big in interviews and do interviews all the time, and now it's like she does. After the Eras tour, it's like she's not doing any interviews.
Well, I feel like she's trying to stay out of the public eye because she was so in everyone's face for however long that tour was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
did you go?
yeah, I did actually. I went with
where
my
did you go?
sister, Tampa.
Who were your openers?
Oh my gosh, it was that girl with that name, like Bibu B. Do you know?
BB Rexa?
No, it's like
Bibu Bobby?
Bibu. Literally.
Who is BB? You know the pop
It
singer BB Boo Baba, yeah?
It literally sounds like that. No, it literally sounds like that. I'll have to show you.
And then who else?
I think that girl that sings the A B C D E F U and your mom and your sister and you know that song?
Yeah.
I think
bad openers.
It
huh?
was like, yeah, I was like, what? I mean, they were great. They
Yeah,
were
of
great,
course.
but yeah, I didn't really like know them.
Yeah, of course. I mean, like, genuinely, the people who got like Phoebe Bridgers or Boy Genius, those people. Actually, that's the one question that if I got to meet Taylor Swift, and I really think about this a lot, if I could ask her one question, if I could ask her any personal question, I'd be like, just be real. Did you fuck Carly Kloss? That's all I really want to know.
That's all you want to know?
And I think the answer is yes, but that's none of my business, so I wouldn't ask her that. I'd go, no Maggie Rogers opener? Why? She seemed like a perfect fit, Taylor. Can you imagine Taylor's watching this? She's secretly, but I love Taylor, and I hope that
a lot of big dick.
Yeah. I think so too. I think he has like a girthy, thick dick.
Oh yeah.
I love that. I love
he
when
knows how to use it.
Oh
Dude.
yeah.
He's an art freak.
Dude, oh my god. That's the thing. I'm like obsessed with dicks. It's like insane.
Do you think that Ryan Reynolds is a bad guy?
Yeah.
Yes.
I've never liked Ryan Reynolds. And you know what's annoying is when I'm right about things because it takes years for other people. I've spent the last 10 years saying I don't like Ryan Reynolds and everybody being like, he's America's sweetheart. He's the man. And now in the last like year, everybody's turned on him and they're like, Ryan Reynolds sucks. And now I just sound like everybody else. And it's like, no, I was here first. I've been hating this man. It's like Maroon 5. I've hated Maroon 5 my entire life. I've hated Justin Timberlake my entire life. And then like the Britney stuff comes out and everyone's like, Justin Timberlake's a bad person. It's like, you guys don't know how to read other people's energies or who they are as people. I do because I have intuition and you bitches aren't in your bodies. Okay? I know when people are bad people and that's why I don't have bad friends. You know when you meet people and they're like, oh, my best friend fucked me over. I go, not me. I've never had those issues because I can feel it. Okay? And other people just don't, they can't feel it. And that's not did you take your shoes off?
I did. It's hot.
Okay. I was just making sure. All of a sudden I thought your shoes and I thought, that's not good. Why don't we move over to emails? How about that?
Yeah.
Does that sound good? Or do we have anything else to talk about?
No, not really.
What's making you feel girly?
Oh yeah, what's making you feel girly?
Oh, I don't know. I started a new painting yesterday, so
Do you
and
feel
it looks
really girly
pretty
when
good.
you paint?
I guess it depends on the painting. So this
Do you ever
particular
like,
one.
Do you ever
I
like Allie take your top off and paint naked?
No.
Okay, sorry, that was inappropriate. I shouldn't have asked.
Well, we have a roommate, so I can't.
Oh, yeah.
Can't do that.
Oh my god, yeah,
At least not when I'm home.
yeah.
Show the painting to the camera.
Oh.
Yeah, oh my god, please.
Do you wanna
Yeah, so what's
see
the
it?
painting of? Yeah. Ariel is an incredible painter. If you guys want to commission a painting from her,
Stop.
she's really one of the most talented people. You think she's a good podcast? They all love you so much. Go follow her on Instagram. What is your Instagram?
I've gotten a lot of the girlies following me.
It's Ariel Luveris.
Yeah,
on Instagram.
follow her because you know what? I'll put it in the bio of Feelin Girlie too, because so that they
so
can go
nice.
immediately.
You don't have to.
No, I want to because you have such incredible work, Ariel. I need to commission a painting for the Feelin Girlie. We're gonna talk about that afterwards because I really want one, and they're so good and like literally get it while it's hot because I doubt you're gonna be charging what you're gonna be charging in like 5 years because they're gonna be so fucking expensive because they're so good. But yeah, let's see it.
Okay. It's Daenerys from Game of Thrones.
Oh
It's
my
not
god.
finished.
Oh my god. Can you see it?
Here, bring it closer.
Okay, don't yell at me.
I think
There. So far.
I think it's
Not
so.
finished.
You know, she's so talented.
she's an oil
Dogs
painter.
too. Oh my god, the animal ones too are so good. You have to do it. Yeah.
Thanks. Thank you.
She doesn't like doing
So yeah,
Oh, you don't like doing the animal ones?
it's just like not as fun for me creatively. You know
Yeah,
what
of
I mean?
course.
Like, but they
Yeah.
all. I mean,
I
whatever.
was like on. This is so sick because we literally just got Frankie. We didn't get a rehomed. We found our original owner, but I was like, I miss having a dog. I really do miss having a dog.
You should get a little one. Sorry
So that's
to
what
cut
I'm
you
looking
off.
at. That's what I'm looking at, getting a little dog that I can take on the road with me.
That's what I was gonna tell you to do.
Yep. So I'm looking at, I'm like on Austin Pets Alive every single day. I want to adopt, obviously, but I'm going to be honest with you guys. Don't get mad at me. I am looking for a puppy, not from a breeder, from the Austin Pets Alive. There's puppies on there all the time, but I just want a dog because Frankie was amazing and I like loved her so much, but because she was so reactive that there was no taking her to a coffee shop. We could barely take her for walks because she saw other people or other dogs. She freaked out. Like jumping up and down, spazzing, every single leg going every single different way. And it was like genuinely, like when we first saw it, we were like, okay, this dog has like severe trauma. I need to have a dog that I can take everywhere with me, on the road, to to hotels. Like it would basically be like getting a puppy and then like immediately traveling with it and getting it socialized everywhere. So it's like a great companion dog. But I really want a small dog.
You should do
because
it.
I'm like missing.
Yeah.
I'm missing that love in my. Not that. I think, okay, it's very hard to find, obviously, but like maybe like a King Charles Cavalier mix.
Oh, those are cute.
I know. I want a mix because I don't want a purebred dog because they always end up having so many health issues because they're all so freaking inbred. But I think it's wrong to have those type of dogs unless there was one available. But I would want like a small little medium-sized dog. It's like nothing more probably than like 20 pounds that I can just take everywhere with me, and I can even take to like the shows or like, and they can just hang out in the green room and I can have the feature or watch it, whatever. I think I need that in my life, and I really have a dog-sized hole in my heart now. And now that Frankie opened up my love, and now I miss her. I miss her, and I miss the experience of like waking up. That's the other thing, is like before I like had to get up because I had a dog and I had responsibilities with the dog, and now I'm like staying up later, waking up late. It's just not good. But I think that's enough. We've been chatting for a while. We should probably move over to emails.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, someone just did a follow-up email. Okay. Are you guys ready for emails?
Yeah.
Oh, should I say what's making me feel girly this week?
Yeah.
I've been listening to, I'll just say who I've been listening to, I guess. My girl of the week, I probably should have already done it, but I've been listening to Adrienne Lenker so much recently. Do you listen to Adrienne?
Mm-mm.
Oh my God. You have to. You've probably heard her song Anything, but it's like, I've been listening to her so much. I've been obsessed with her for a couple of years now, but there's just something in the spring always gets me. I really does every single time. She's so good. It's incredible. I'm sure if you don't listen to Adrienne Lenker, you're like legit missing out. But, okay. Yeah. What's making me feel girly this week? I've been going out to dinner a lot. That makes me feel kind of girly. I do. Yeah. I've been going with my roommates, and like, I feel like I've been going out to dinner like every couple of days. Thanks for subscribing to the Patreon. And that's been making me feel really girly. And like ordering food and getting like a little dessert. I've been getting crazy. I'm also getting really excited for my trip to Portland this summer, and doing the full month and like kind of having an actual break. So I guess that's what's been making me feel girly, hoping to find some toxic love in my life. But okay. There was an update from the girl whose name was my high school nemesis, that her email was my ex low-key gay? And she goes, not Lauren being the name of your, maybe she didn't want me to say it, whatever. Not Lauren being the name of your arch enemy, and happy belated birthday. I didn't mean to piss you off so badly with the stories. Oh, I must have snapped at her because she told stories bad. By the way, if I'm ever mad on camera, I'm never truly mad. Like, to make me mad, you would have to like, I don't know, post a shirtless picture of me on Instagram. Unless you do that, I'm not. Oh my God. I have to save it for the Patreon. Sorry. Something happened to me last night on Grindr that like is actually haunting, but I'll share it tomorrow. I'll share it on the Patreon. So sign up for the Patreon if you want to know what that is.
Patreon.com/feelingirlie.
Okay. To be clear, I didn't actually move to Austin for the guy. I was living, let's see what she actually was. Oh, this is the girl who was talking to a guy who lived in Austin while she lived in Oregon, social media. Okay, the girl who kept moving to different cities. Okay, to be clear, I didn't actually move to Austin for the guy. I was living a really toxic place and was already looking to move. So when I visited Austin, I considered the city as my next destination and ended up loving it. I just told the guy that I had moved for him because, yeah, she told him that's so funny. I just told the guy I moved for him because last was the last thing he wanted me to say, and I felt like I had been dragged around every which way and wanted him just to feel an ounce of remorse for it. It wasn't cute. I agree. You know what though? I've done that too. When you know you're completely lost somebody, but it's a toxic thing. So you're like, you know what? I'm going to throw out and say something crazy. One time I showed up at the only guy I ever love's house after we had already broken up. And I did a big movie moment and I was blackout drunk and I knew it was going to be a mistake, but have you ever done something that you can't help yourself doing? Like, I bet you said like, I moved here for you, and you knew you were going to say it, but you also couldn't stop yourself. Like, I remember walking to his house and knowing I couldn't stop myself from what was about to happen. And I remember doing this big, I love you speech that like was coming out of me that in my Dylan brain, it was like, stop, please stop doing this, but I couldn't. Okay, but yeah, I moved to Missouri for that one guy, which was so stupid of me. Small dick too, total waste of time. Okay, since those two I can't believe you girls are moving across the country for guys with small dicks. I mean, it really is shocking, unless they're like really good guys who can like fuck well. I mean, but let's be honest, since those two encounters above, I found myself in a really abusive relationship. My first relationship here in Austin, and I was lucky enough to get out of. Yeah, good for you. I'm glad to hear that. It's now been 2 years post-relationship, and I've been in trauma therapy for almost all those 2 years. Childhood trauma needed to be resolved as well. It always does. And have been taking medication has been the biggest positive impact. I've not dated anyone since, and I've completely flipped my perspective on myself and dating. Plus, I was in my early to mid-20s for all of these. I literally have no idea what I was doing. A lot has changed, and I truly feel like the next guy is going to be a literally 1,000 times better because there would be absolutely no settling for me. Life's too precious. Cheers. Okay, well, I'm glad to hear that because we were just giving you shit because your email sounded crazy. So, listen, you made yourself sound crazy when you emailed us, and then we ripped into you, and then you said, actually, I didn't mean it. And I appreciate that. You came back and you said, here are the facts. I'm in trauma therapy. I'm not dating. I think that's all great. You are taking accountability for your life, and I think that's really beautiful. Oh, this is good. Dick pics field guy is pussy blocking me.
What?
Oh, this is crazy. Did we read this? Hi, Girlinas. Tier 1 girl here reporting for Italian Riviera from the Italian Riviera. Love the pod and love you. Oh my God, we have Italian girls. I'm 28 Italian. Yeah, we got that much. Oh my God, that's so funny. Okay. Some backstory. I'm 28, Italian, just got out of a 3-year engagement with a Swedish man who would only fuck me once a month and made me move to Singapore for his career. I would never move to Singapore. You can get like killed for being gay there, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, really?
Or it's either having drugs or being gay. I'm not sure which one's illegal. I know drugs are illegal, but I'm wondering if being gay is. No, wait, Singapore's like cool. Will you look up, is it okay to be gay in Singapore? We broke up there in December, and my local friend suggested to go on a field to have a good time. And to have a good time, I did. I got my ass filled by a huge Mangori. What's M-A-O-R-I?
M-A-O-R-I?
Yeah. Menorah?
M-A-O... Maori?
Maori?
Oh, they're New Zealand, dude. You know, like the guys like...
Josh went like this.
Oh, they do their little dance.
Oh my God, no, I don't say little dance. People will come for us for cultural appropriate, that kind of stuff. We went on cute dates with local...
She got fucked in the ass by that guy.
I love that. Well, I don't know if she got fucked in the ass. Let's not say crazy things. So
She
that
said
some
that.
girls love to get fucked in the ass. And I don't get that. If I was a girl, I would not get fucked in the ass. I wouldn't. I'd be like pussy only. That's the thing. I think my ideal situation of dating would be like with a really hot trans guy, because then you could just have sex whenever you want, and you don't have to. Because I don't always like love the whole, if you know what I mean. Okay. Now I finished my master's and my career in the art world is picking up, and I'm back in Italy in my aunt's summer home trying to figure out where to go next. I'm in a happy way. I promise I'm not sad. I'm on a breakup high. Oh, yeah, you're at your aunt's summer house in Italia. In Italy. Yeah, I mean, like, you sound rich and cool. So yeah, I'm sure your life is incredible. Field does not work in Italy, though. They're all either disrespectful freaks or they want a relationship. I guess the Madonna whore thing is really true. Yeah, for sure. Also, Field is not for the faint of heart. It really is. There are some really hot guys. That's the other thing. I have a couple of guys that I'm talking to on Field. I love Field because it's where men go to identify as heteroflexible, and that term really does something for me. And that's, yeah. Anyways. Am I being all over the place today? I apologize. 3 months ago, I met this sweet fellow Italian 36-year-old man who has recently broken up with some Russian girl who never fucked him. I'm obsessed with her. I kind of am too. I'm sure that's amazing. I don't think if I was a girl, I'd be Russian, but he is now in love with me. At first, though, he was love bombing me, but he backed up all of his claims. We already went on multiple trips together in Europe. He treats me like a queen and fucks me well with his uncut 6.5-inch cock. He's eager to please me because his ex really made him insecure about his body, his hair, about his body hair, and his boat. I know it's not cool of her, but I'm benefiting. Main attraction point is that he is sailing the yacht near here, so I kind of feel like I manifested him because I really love boats. I mean, yeah, this sounds incredible. You're getting fucked by some like guy's almost 7-inch uncut cock. I have a lot of plans for the summer, some of them with him, but the problem is that he wants to move in together in September in Milan. Don't do that. I can tell he wants to say I love you, but I've been pushing back. I think he just has sex craze and I'm not actually in love with me. We're both at Pisces, but listen, he also could be in love with you, has strong feelings. You could be in love with him. You just met him. Do not move in with him. Just enjoy. Listen, you have what every single person in the world wants. You're in Italy with a hot guy who has a boat for a summer fling. What is wrong with you? If you move in with him, you will ruin everything you have going on right now. This was never supposed to be anything other than a summer fling. He's not your husband. Wake up, chica. Okay. I told him I will not be monogamous, at least until the end of the summer. Oh, you are so fucking cool. Some of these bitches in Ohio listening could never. I told him I will not be monogamous until the end of the summer, but he's assuming that I am, calls me every day, multiple times, and texts me so that ensures I don't really look for other hookups. For sure, he's being controlling, but in like a loving, fun way, so you don't notice it as controlling, but it is still controlling, and that can manifest in other ways, so just keep an eye on that. The issue is that I really wanted to be single a bit longer. I want to set up my life and friends for myself and figure out where I want to be. If this guy's the love of your life and you want to be with him, by the way, you kind of feel like you don't want to be with him and you're just kind of saying like, well, he really likes me, so this must work. It sounds like you don't like him as much as he likes you, which is great, but like, I think you should stay single. Also, if it's meant to be and you say you can't stay, what does it mean that it's meant to be, but if you stay single for the whole summer, then it's not meant to be? I'm going to go ahead and say it's probably not meant to be. I want to have a bit more fun for longer. I want to learn to squirt. I want to... I love you. This is the coolest girl we've had so far. I want to run my first marathon. I want to have my first lesbian experience. I want to live life fully. Your body is screaming for these experiences. And this is actually God sending you this man being like, are you going to stick to what you really want? Or are you going to fall for the trap again of the man who won't give you everything that you think he will? I want to live my life fully for a while. My former relationship wasn't so fun, and before that was COVID. Plus, and now I made a bunch of money trading crypto, so I have many options that I'm kind of frozen by choices. Just live. Wake up, read books, get fucked, fuck a girl. That is so cool. Have threesomes with 2 girls, 1 guy, 2 guys, 1 just you. You'd be the girl. But like, just have fucking fun. Do not stay with this guy. What do I do? Can I forget about my conscience and be reckless with his feelings? Just go sailing? Don't be reckless. Just tell him. Tell him everything. Say I want to have say I'm not going to be in a relationship. Say I really like you. I think you're amazing. I think you're great. I'm not going to settle down right now. I need this summer to fuck other people. He's going to freak out and you're going to get the ick and you can live your life. Or he's going to be so cool about it that you're going to be like, oh, great. Like now you can have your best of both worlds. There are other people. You're in the Italian Riviera. There are other guys with boats. I don't think I want to move back to Milan. Even if I did move there, I'd want to live alone and be... Yeah, don't move in with him for a while. But I'm moving places every 2 years since I was 12. The situation may be beneficial and a good trampoline to go somewhere else, but I've already done this thing of floating around with guys so many times before. I have been transparent about my wants, and he just doesn't seem to hear it. But you're also still playing with the idea for him. Like, he's saying, like, you know, you're acting like a girlfriend, answering his calls every single day, fucking him multiple times a week. You can't have it both ways. You can't be like, I want you as a fuck buddy, but then also hang out with him like a girlfriend, even if you're like, no, because that's the whole thing. Isn't that the whole thing of straight men and straight women, is that like they go like, they chase you and you say no, and then eventually they're like, we're together forever, and that's your grandparents' story, and you're like, yeah, he really wore her down. You're being worn down right now, and you need to stick with your guns up, and you need to hold it. You need to hold strong, okay? You could have the best summer of your life, but you're this close to giving it all up. Side note on circumcision, I of course don't mind usually, but his hood is really out of hand, which is fine. I'm not shaming, but it's the first time I thought, okay, maybe we could give a little trim. Literally, I want to be friends with you. So much love from Italy. I hope to make it one of your shows one day. I hope to be in Italy one day, and I hope to be on his boat, and I hope to see his too long a foreskin. Okay, here's the pics of us, but also the Minori hottie with the 7-inch dick, other guy I hooked up with every once in a while. Side note, the last guy's mom was on a porn star in the 80s, and he's blessed with the most beautiful, perfect 6.5 penis, very pointy and thick at the base, kind of like the strays of... What's SATYRS?
What is it?
SATYRS on the Greek vases. I don't know what that word means, sweetheart. I failed out of community college. I'm attaching for reference. Also, please don't start overproducing the show. I love when the emails are a bit off the rails and you pick them on the spot. That girl thinking she was a homeworker at 19 is what got me hooked. Okay, well, great. So that answered all of my questions about, like, is this bad? Whatever. Okay, you're also absolutely Gorgina. Oh my God. Okay, so this is what she meant, that word that I tried to say.
Oh, okay.
That is what she meant.
Oh.
She's so pretty. She kind of looks like, you kind of look like...
His dicks look like that? Looks like that?
Oh my God. The Minori guy has an insane body. Oh my God. And that's crazy. Okay. And the guy, you look like Gracie Abrams. She looks like Gracie Abrams. So this is her.
Oh, okay.
And then this is the guy with the boat, which, like, I understand why you're...
Yeah.
Okay, but this is the guy with look at this. That's his body.
Oh, whoa. I wasn't expecting
I
that.
know. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, no, girl, live your fucking life. You literally need to have the best time. Like, I mean, this is insane. Yeah, he's cute, but he's not throw your summer away cute. Genuinely,
No.
you cannot throw your summer away. Oh, confirmation drop. Yeah. That was the... Let's pull a card for you. Can we pull a tarot card for her? Is that so annoying?
No, that's a great idea.
Okay, let's pull a card for her.
Do you do tarot?
Yeah. But I don't talk about it because I don't want it to be bad. But these are a special different... This is more of like... This is a different kind of tarot deck. So let's go ahead and... I'm just going to put my mic down for a second. Don't get mad at me. The Christian girls are... Okay. The Christian girls are crying right now. Should she throw her summer away for this guy? Okay. So this is a new deck, so I don't know it super well. So this is called, let's see. This is the card. Doesn't look good.
What does it be of metals?
Yeah. And so this is the totem deck. Oh, and my dog also ripped off the back of it. So we'll have to have a quick little conversation with my roommates about that. Let's see. Let's see what it says. Oh my God, why is it so hard to find the metals? Is this so boring? Why is everything so... What does V mean in Greek? Is it 5?
Yeah.
No, that's Roman numerals.
Yeah, You're right.
Wait, in Roman numerals.
A V in Greek makes
no,
an
V
N
in
sound.
it's Roman numerals. I assumed it was Greek because I'm stupid. You guys, I failed out. We're stupid. Okay, you're the Italy slut. Okay. So this, how good is this? This is the card I said, should she throw her summer away for this guy? 5 of Medals, slander, a cheap victory that ultimately leads to defeat. An attempt to degrade another's degrades yourself. Don't lower yourself. Don't give in to gossip or negative speech. Let the drama cycle around you without getting involved. Be careful what you share with others at this time. So maybe you shouldn't have emailed us. But I think that was very telling, that first line, think of like a cheap victory. Like that ultimately leads to defeat. This guy is not your guy. He's a prize that you think is golden, but ends up being rotted. It is gold covered shit. Okay? And honey, what? You think it's bad? And he has too much foreskin anyways. You don't even like it.
His body's not even that good. The other guy's body was great.
Oh my God, the other guy's body is insane. But no, can I tell you right now, girls, that's how you write a fucking email, okay? So pay attention. What are we at time-wise?
48.
Okay, we'll do one more email, then we're moving over to the Patreon. Okay. Oh. I think we did this. Okay, okay, ready? Mm-hmm. Naked and afraid pictures. Hi, Dylan, Ariel, fuck Josh. Guys, we love Josh, okay?
Oh my God.
That is crazy. I binged your whole podcast in one day, and the girl shitting on her boyfriend's white wife beater made me think of this dilemma I have. I don't even remember
Oh, that was so long ago.
Yeah, was it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. She just sent this May 23rd. I get stressed out around my boyfriend's family, and they have no chill, so I even thought I'd been dating him for a while. I was nervous about an upcoming dinner party I had to go to his parents' house. I got all cute and dressed up, curled my hair, and spent hours getting ready. I had the cutest white dress with just enough cleavage to remind my boyfriend who his real mommy was. You're sick. Anyways, after we sat and ate at the same chair for a long period of time while his family was playing charades, kill myself. Okay, you're fine. When it was my turn, I stood up and everybody gasped and was staring at me like his whole extended family of over 30 people. His uncle asked if I had chocolate on my butt, and I had sat in it, but his cousin told everybody it was blood. I had bled through my super tampon. Ooh, yeah. My best friend in high school, she was like kind of seeing an older guy, which now looking back was a really age inappropriate relationship because I think we were 16 or 17 and he was like 24, which is like so classic in small towns. I feel like those older guys love it when you're like 17. That's what all men like. They love it when you're like 17. Not me, obviously, or Josh, but like, you know, they're gross. And she got period blood on his, passenger side car seat, and we talked about that all the time. Yeah, I guess I didn't have to share that about my very close friend, but at least his whole family knows we aren't pregnant. So I ran to the bathroom and locked myself in there. I had bled all over his parents' chair and my dress, staining both. His mom apparently had to clean it up. I literally locked myself in there for over an hour and refused to leave. I was going manic. I took off my dress and tried to wash it in the sink, but that was a big mistake. But his whole bathroom is white and it was a mess. My boyfriend was trying to comfort me though, the door that I refused to unlock, but I freaked out and climbed out his window. He picked up the lock and found me climbing out the window and running to my car and drove away. I was naked running through the yard. I just thought this story was funny and oh my God, and you'd like to flame me for being insane, but I think it's concerning that my boyfriend didn't give a fuck. He is barely fazed about the crazy shit I do. Do you think he hates himself and is miserable or is just always high? I mean, same. Here's a picture of us I took in the boat. We were 22, but he looks 15. I love him and I don't think I'll ever find anyone else to put up with me, but he is not putting effort to be a real boyfriend. Oh, you guys are really cute. He kind of looks like Luigi. And you're very, very pretty. Okay, so that is so funny that number one, 50% of the population gets a period. Shit happens. Who gives? If my daughter-in-law, which I don't have a boyfriend, a family, or a son, but if I did, and my daughter-in-law or the girl my son was dating got period blood all over my stuff, I would be like, no worries. Like, these people sound kind of rich. They can afford a house. It's not that big of a deal. It's just period blood. You can't control that. You had a tampon in. You had a super tampon in. It's not your fault. Now, freaking out, taking off your dress, climbing out the window and running to the car completely naked is absolutely psychotic. And I would like to be friends with you as well. Like, I like that kind of stuff. I like that you didn't say like, I'm going to excuse myself and go home. You tried to clean your white dress in the sink and then climbed out the window, and like, that is insane. But you're very pretty, and yeah, I'm sure you're just hot, and so you have like big old tits, and I'm sure your boyfriend is like a big tit guy, and he's like, yeah, I love her. You know what I mean? Like, I think he just loves you. I think so. What do you guys think? Has that ever happened to you, Ariel?
No, that has not, thankfully.
Yeah.
But that is mortifying. I don't know if I would climb through the window. I feel like I would keep it on with the stain. You know what I mean? But everyone's different. But you know.
Yeah, I would. Yeah. If it was me, I'd be like, "Ever heard of a fucking period?"
Yeah.
I guess. Did you sit in chocolate? That's also like so mean to ask in front of everyone. Like, did you sit in chocolate?
Yeah,
it's
that's
like
crazy.
Yeah, I don't like his family, but yeah, congratulations. Good luck with you finding your soulmate at 22. It's probably gonna end, but
She said
I'm
he
just kidding,
doesn't.
but that's because you said fuck Josh and he's a good friend of mine. What did you say?
She said he's like not putting effort into being a
She
boyfriend,
made it very
right?
confusing.
Yeah.
She didn't put a lot of information.
So I don't know.
It was a very
I don't know.
22-year-old email. Like, isn't this crazy? I mean, it would. I'm sure. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. He sounds rich. He had like that look where his like family has money or whatever. So yeah. I mean, I wish you guys well. It seems like he really likes you. I mean, guys normally don't put up with women that they don't like. If a woman is like too much, but they're not have enough feelings for her, they usually toss her to the side. So I think it's a pretty good sign that you got your period in front of his entire family, took off all of your clothes and ran through their yard, and he's still dating you. I'm gonna go ahead and say that he really likes you, because if he didn't like you that much, I'm sure you would be blocked. And with that being said, we have to move over to the Patreon, because that is where my tier 1 girlinos are, and I have extra special secrets to share with them. Patreon.com/feelingirly. Thanks, guys. See you next week. Bye.